see the number 15 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Borges will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And, David, it's something that coaches are always harping.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to pass. It's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hokies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, you have to believe Virginia Tech has had this one circled. Just last year, they were victims to the lunacy and perhaps questionable calls that Miami was able to pull it out at the very end. The Canes just did that over and over again.
And Miami did it all year long. This was kind of the start of it, right? The Hail Mary, the review, like, was it really a catch? Was it not? I kind of thought it was a catch. I thought it should have remained on the field. And I got a feeling, Jesse, Virginia Tech fans probably didn't forget that.
No, and the players Thursday nighter. You know it. They're fired up, ready to go in this one. You think back to that game, how good Cam Ward was late in it. Can Carson Beck be that guy in this one? Because you know Virginia Tech showed up here to take this thing all the way to when there's zeros on the clock. They're going to be ready to roll.
Off the play fake on first down. That's reeled in. It's Green. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is consistent.
And the Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Drones. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going for a big play downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Tight end now in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Fletcher. And the defense stopped that for a short gain.
Not to be going off this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and 1, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
We reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have third down. Pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are. Play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. Get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
David, just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here, and the all-time great Virginia Tech running back Kevin Jones came up to the booth, and he got into a vertical leap contest with Pollock. It was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong, and he's fast, and I think he can also out-jump Dave.
There's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the right side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Hokies line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Just ran him over. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Drones. Working the middle, it's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stewart. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
With the catch, it's Selden. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Drones. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unleashes one. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade, This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Running the option, it's Drones. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they can corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wants to throw. It's Drones. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
They pile up on 2nd and a long way to go. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to get it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
We got to come out and put points on the board. And
this, David, too, regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the 2nd half. Get this run game established.
Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has a slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Stewart. Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
Yeah, and they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Drones. Makes the catch. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Bauman. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Fires to the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To throw, it's Beck. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. They'll run the screen. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the option. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Bauman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Off play action on 1st down. Big fella moving. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To the air, it's Drones. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Drones. Swings it out to the flat. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And the Hokies are facing 3rd and inches. Gets it to him on the screen. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I think that time offense just playing zone coverage, every big fella just working right over the ball. It's easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. He can't pick up the 1st. And he's got it for a touchdown. So hold on a second there.
Get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know